Hello, hello. Welcome to English Extras. I'm Jean, your guide to making your English sound natural and authentic. This podcast is all about helping intermediate and advanced learners move beyond textbook phrases so you can express yourself with confidence. Want to follow along with today's episode? Check out the transcript linked in the description. It's packed with key vocabulary, definitions, example sentences, as well as links to additional resources to help you take your learning to the next level. Ready? Let's get started. Christmas is over, but the holidays are not done just yet. Now that all the presents have been opened, all the food eaten, and all the Christmas movies watched, it's time to prepare for New Year's. And it's right around the corner. In America, New Year's is celebrated exactly 1 week after Christmas, December 31st into January 1st. Let's talk about some of our New Year's traditions. New Year's has a different vibe from Christmas. Christmas is very focused on family, coziness, magic, and wonder. New Year's, however, is more about a party. It's also a time of reflection and anticipation. People want to think about the year behind and prepare for the year ahead. Very often, people will either host or attend a New Year's Eve party. Common characteristics of a New Year's Eve party include games, movies, food, music, dancing, and of course, alcohol. Many people will watch the ball drop on TV. We'll discuss that more in a minute. As midnight approaches, everyone gathers together. When there are 10 seconds left, the countdown begins. It goes like this: 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Several things happen in this moment. Somewhere outside, there will be fireworks. Inside, everyone cheers, and many people will find someone to kiss. Yes, kiss. Let me explain. Before the countdown to midnight, usually people will find someone willing to kiss. If you are already in a relationship, then of course you will kiss your partner. Some people choose not to kiss at all. It's a personal decision. Many people think it's sad if you don't have someone to kiss on New Year's, but again, it's a personal choice. At the end of the countdown, after everyone shouts Happy New Year, then the people who want to will kiss someone. Apparently, this tradition came from English and German folklore, where people thought the first person you encountered in the new year would set the tone for your year ahead. A kiss was considered the perfect way to start things off right. Some people, I think this is more common for older generations, like to sing at midnight. There's a famous song, maybe you already know it, called Auld Lang Syne. This song comes to us from Scotland. It became popular in America in the 1930s thanks to Guy Lombardo, who performed it with his band in New York for decades. Auld Lang Syne translates into English as something like old times or times long past. It's a song about thinking of old memories and friends. So many different musicians have performed their own versions of this song, but if you'd like to hear my favorite version, I put a link to it in the bonus section of the transcript of this episode. One other part of the midnight traditions of New Year's is the ball drop I mentioned earlier. What is the ball drop? Why is there a ball? Why is it dropping? In New York City, every year since 1907, people gather in Times Square to watch an enormous bright ball begin to slowly descend exactly 1 minute before midnight. It reaches the bottom exactly at midnight when the new year begins. For decades, it has been a televised event, meaning it is played live on TV. And there are a lot of performances from celebrities, usually singers. It's a crazy time because it's usually freezing cold in New York in December, but thousands of people go to Times Square to celebrate despite the temperature. This spectacular event started when Adolph Ochs, the owner of the New York Times in the early 1900s, wanted to celebrate his newspaper's new headquarters. The original ball was made of iron and wood and decorated with 100 light bulbs. It looks pretty different now. The original ball was 5 feet wide or 1.5 meters. Now it's 12 feet wide or 3.7 meters. The original ball had 100 light bulbs. Now it has over 32,000 LED lights that can change colors. So that's most of the celebration stuff. Party, alcohol, countdown, ball drop, kissing, and Auld Lang Syne. But of course, New Year's is also the time for New Year's resolutions. A New Year's resolution is a goal you make for yourself at the beginning of the year. It can be anything. For example, this year I will start exercising 3 times a week. Or this year I want to read 50 books, etc., etc. But resolutions are quite well known for being quickly forgotten. For example, memberships to gyms skyrocket in January. Gyms across the country get the most attention during the month of January. But by February, many people fall off the wagon. The idiom fall off the wagon typically means to start drinking alcohol again after you promised to stop drinking. However, fall off the wagon can be used for other contexts, not just alcohol. So, returning to our previous example, many people make a New Year's resolution to be healthier by going to the gym or eating better. But after about a month, they fall off the wagon. They return to their previous bad habits. Speaking of bad habits, sometimes people will have a New Year's resolution in mind, like eating healthier. And the plan is to start this habit of eating better on January 1st. So some people will use this as an excuse to eat horribly at the end of the year because they made a resolution to eat healthier on January 1st. And so they want to eat whatever they want at the end of the year because their habits will change soon. According to Merriam-Webster, the practice of making New Year's resolutions became popular in America in the 1800s. And people were just as bad about keeping them as we are today. Resolutions at that time often came from the Bible. Some people may do this today as well, but resolutions were so commonly broken, so many people fell off the wagon that newspaper articles were already making fun of this trend in the early 1800s. So, if you feel bad about not keeping your resolutions, don't worry. People have tried and failed to keep their New Year's resolutions for hundreds of years. You're definitely not alone. It's a big club. But speaking of New Year's resolutions, what are yours? Do you make New Year's resolutions? Some people don't. Some people believe that if you want to start a habit, the best time to start that habit is now, not January 1st. But for other people, it's fun to make resolutions. It's a small number of people who actually manage to keep their resolutions, though. According to some research, only 8% keep their resolutions. I'm not scared of that number, though, and you shouldn't be either. I don't make New Year's resolutions, but I do have goals for next year. And not just goals, I have a system to help me reach those goals. What about you? What are your English goals for next year? I hope you all have a wonderful, safe, happy New Year's. I hope this year is the best year for you yet. Thanks for listening. Until next time, bye.